It was just instinct, man. It happened so quick. I didn't want to shoot him, but when I saw him swing around so fast, I didn't want to get shot either.
That's what a customer who opened fire on a would-be robber inside a dollar store told Fox 10 News last night. Well, tonight, the family of that suspected thief is lashing out.
And last night, you heard exclusively from the customer who stepped in to rescue store employees that were held at gunpoint. Well, the family of that man says he shouldn't have gotten involved.
Fox 10 News reporter Andrew Perez has more.
From his hospital bed at USA Medical Center, 18-year-old Adric White waits for a jail bed. The teen already has robbery charges hanging over his head from September. On Tuesday, officials believe White struck again, but this time was different.
He had the gun to his head. He had him on his knees. I drew my gun on him and I said, "Hey, don't move." At that point, he swung around, and before he had a chance to aim the gun at me, I fired.
A customer who we're not identifying was shopping at the Family Dollar on Stanton Road when he says he saw White holding employees at gunpoint. The customer pulled out his own gun and fired 5 times. While police say it was completely legal, White's family says they're angry.
If his life was not in danger, if no one had a gun up to him, if no one pointed a gun at him, what gives him the right to think that it's okay to just shoot someone? You should have just left the store and left and went wherever you had to go in your car or whatever.
Originally, we had interviewed White's parents about the cases, but they later called demanding that we not air it. 2 robberies in 2 months. We asked one relative her thoughts about the accusations.
We don't know. Like I said, we don't know anything. We only know what we've been hearing secondhand through the news, so I would not like to come in because I don't know.
As he recovers from his gunshot wounds and prepares for what's to come, the Baldwin County District Attorney's Office is filing to have his bond revoked. They want White kept in jail and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Now, White's family told us that he was hanging with the wrong people and needed help. They believe he didn't deserve to be shot. His last alleged robbery was at the original Oyster House on the Causeway. Officials say he even had the same M.O. To tell you about here on Fox 10 News at 9.
A Good Samaritan who shot a suspected robber at a local business last night is only talking to Fox 10 News.
That man was shopping at a store when a masked gunman came in and held the employees at gunpoint. Instead of hiding, though, the customer stepped in to help.
Fox 10 News reporter Andrew Perez caught up with the guy tonight. Andrew, you say he really opened up during your conversation.
Yeah, he did, Bob Lanise, and one of the first things that he told me was he didn't want to shoot the alleged gunman. We're not revealing his identity for safety reasons. He told me, though, he's never had to use his weapon before last night.
It was just instinct, man. It happened so quick. I didn't want to shoot him, but when I saw him swing around so fast, I didn't want to get shot either.
There were choices this customer, who we're not identifying, says he made in seconds. While inside the Family Dollar on Stanton Road last night, he noticed a masked gunman walking an employee to the front of the store. He could have easily hidden, he could have easily run away and called for help. Instead, he says he moved in closer.
He had the gun to his head. He had him on his knees. I drew my gun on him and I said, "Hey, don't move." At that point, he swung around, and before he had a chance to aim the gun at me, I fired.
He shot him 5 times in all. The gunman survived. Police say the suspect had surprised employees who were unloading supplies in the back, a situation that could have ended terribly for the innocent workers, but didn't, thanks to a Good Samaritan. Now get this, the whole time that this was happening, this Good Samaritan says that his daughter and his girlfriend, they were in the car outside of the store, and still he didn't give it a second thought. Tonight, many are calling him a hero.
I mean, it is sad, you know, you have to really look over your shoulder.
I'd want to help him too. Don't know that I'd take that approach.
The man says he's been training with his firearm for years, but never had to use it. Looking back, he says he'd step in to help all over again.
They tend to think that they're the only ones with guns. I've been legally carrying my firearm for a little over 4 years now, and thank God I've never had to use it until, of course, last night. But it just goes to show that it can work. It's good to have concealed carry. You never know when you're going to need it.
And now authorities also say a second man was seen running from the store, so this investigation is still ongoing. Employees told me They were very lucky that this man stepped in, Lenise.
Wow, what a story. Thanks, Andrew. We're also learning more tonight about the suspected robber. It turns out the 18-year-old was arrested just a few weeks ago on another robbery charge. According to Mobile police documents, the alleged bandit is this guy right here, Adric White. Now, this is White's mugshot that was taken at the Baldwin County Jail back in September. That's when he was charged with robbing the original Oyster House on the Causeway. Spanish Fort police say White and another man held up the manager and employees at gunpoint before stealing the night deposit money. He was released on bond less than a month ago.